Yes, hello everyone and welcome to today's live stream. Yes. Let me make sure everything is set. Yeah, so today we're going to be making another anime town, and actually let me reduce the music a bit. Okay. Yeah, so we're going to be making another anime town in Blender, and this time I'm looking at this image here. It looks really amazing, but it doesn't seem to be that hard to do, so that's why I think we should be trying this. And I'm still testing my internet. Let's see if it's better now. I was told by my SP that it should be fixed, but the only way I can test it is by live streaming. So this is like a test to see if things are going to go well, and yeah, let's see if we can manage going through this without the internet breaking again. So yeah, I have we're going to be using a few generators that I've created. I have a Billboard generator, and now I have this wire utility line generator, electricity line generator, and yeah, it just works using a curve object like this. It's all set up using geometry node. So yeah, let's set up the project and see how things go. But before we jump into that, let's do some quick promos here. By the way, I got the image from mocha.org. Let me leave a link in the chat. Okay, this is on my second PC, so I can't. But yeah, you can go to mocha. Let me just type it in chat here. Mocha.org. That's where I got the link. The image, really amazing. Okay, so yeah, so before we do that, let's do some quick promotion. So Water Library Aquatic is the library of water objects. You can see them: fountains, splashes, waterfalls that can be used real time in your scenes, and they work very well for ArcViz, and they really look realistic and very easy to use. As you can see here, you also have this water ocean, which just looks super amazing. Link is in the description if you want to get it, and getting it using my link also helps out the channel. Then the other one I want to promote is Pure Sky, which is an amazing library of skies with volumetrics. Just look at those amazing renders. You have clouds, you have atmospheric fog, I have a sun, you even have a moon. You can even add planets in. I'll just look at how these look. You can also even add these, how do they call these? Northern lights. And yeah, so amazing add-on. And then finally, you have the human generator. This is a library of characters that you can use for your scenes. They can be rigged. They come rigged. Facial animations, hair particles, a lot of things, clothes, poses, also come with a pose library. So if you want to get it, link is in the chat as well. Let's jump in today's scene and see where is this image. Just grab it and have it here. Hello, Kuma33, how are you? Hello, boss. What's up? How are you doing? Only reason why your renders do not is because you don't do composition after full scene, and lighting composition and freestyle is the only way you can achieve anime look. Yeah, that's true. But you see, when you're trying to add the anime, the freestyle look, you have to render the image, and this takes a while. It takes twice the time it takes to render the image, so that's why you see I don't do that, and it is really heavy. So maybe we can do that if we reduce the resolution. So let me say we render at 50% or 25%, and I guess we have to use cycles. Do we? No, not necessarily, but for this, let's use cycles. Because of the sky. Yeah, so let's start with this. I'm going to start with the road. We're going to try and go for the same look as they have here, and I'm just going to add a few edge loops here. Grab a curve object, rotate 90 degrees. Hi, gonna watch you while I do work. Nice. So what are you doing? for work. What kind of work are you doing? Okay, so this is our road. Let's make this bend to the curve like that. Let me apply that. Don't worry too much about this. Okay, so this is it here, and we can add a road texture. I can come in here. Let me go to my asset library. The asset library. Look for a road material that I could use. Freestyle, but main thing is Blender composition tool. True. Let me unwrap this. I guess I need to scale. Okay, that's going to be our road. Let's add finally a stream again. I love you. Thank you, Kuma33. I really appreciate this. It's $6, man. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, why do I have missing textures now? Yeah, thank you again for the $6. Okay, I'm not sure why. Okay. Let's add a sky. Let me save this as anime town, and I think we should speed up a bit. Okay, let me add a sky texture. It's very blue, so to make a blue sky, you want to increase the ozone, reduce the dust and the air. Yeah, and the air, that will give you a sky like that, and then bring this down, the strength a bit down. Yeah, we have a sky. Then let's work on one of these buildings. So let me pause for a bit here and work on one of these buildings. It shouldn't be that hard. We can start with a cube like this, and we just have this here. So it's and the amazing thing about a scene like this is that if you make one house, you can easily replicate it. It won't be very easy to notice that you're just duplicating the buildings. Hey, Kapil Patel, how are you? Glad to see you again. I'm glad people are sticking with me even in times of hardships like this. Yeah, so if you didn't know, I've been having a few internet issues, and I think I still have the issue. I'm not sure. I was told by my internet provider that things should be fine now, but I don't trust them anymore. And the problem is that the only way for me to test if things are good is by streaming. So that's what I'm doing here. So if the stream crashes anytime, just know that yeah, we still have some internet issues, but hopefully that has been resolved. Yeah, so we're creating this building. Great to see you. Thank you too. What have you been up to with for the last few days that I've not been around? Hello, you're a financial auditor? Nice. I'm thinking about changing my profession. I would like to try myself in 3D. Nice. Those are completely different careers. Wow. Have you done anything in 3D? And how long have you been a financial editor? if I may ask. Let's add a window here. I don't know if I should make these using geometry or let's make the roof first. I think this should be a bit. Just going to borrow this Shift D P random. Now we're going to use this as the roof. So this can be our ceiling. I can insert it just a bit, maybe separate it, and think no, I think this is around here. Fingers crossed. Yeah, I really want to be streaming. I love streaming. Get to talk to you guys. Okay. I think that is like that, and this is like that. Let me turn on the noiser for a bit here. Hi Jordan, how are you? How are you? Nyquist, good evening. Oh, it's morning this side, but how are you? And good evening for you. Okay. Bring this up. Just designing the roof. So let's start adding the roof details. And I think here I think we have a loop that around here. So this is let me see. Seems like this area here is like this. I don't know, something like that. Now let's add the actual roof. For that, I'm just going to use a plane like this, add those roof details. I think it's somewhat like that. Now we can start adding these here on the actual roof. Let's rotate. Hello PSCC, how are you? Okay, so okay, so that's our roof. We can use an array object just to have it. Now for this corner here, let me first get rid of this edge loop. For this angle corner here, we can grab an object like this, add, let me just remove the array first. You want to add a mirror modifier, turn on bisect like that. I think we can rotate this 45 degrees. And yeah, we can have, let me see if this is what I want. Take this 45. Yeah, I think yeah, this is it. Though this corner here doesn't seem to be 45, so now this should be 45 degrees, I think. So I'm just going to grab these so that this should match. If I just rotate it like that, it doesn't really work. No, it doesn't matter that much. Let's just it's not going to be that visible. Hello, Matt Buzzcut. How are you? Glad to see you joining us. Okay, like that. Can mirror this. And mirror this again. Let's see how this looks now. Okay, I think it's a bit too large, so hello, Blender artist as well. Hello to you again. Okay. Now, the great thing about this is that if we have this in a collection, can actually, it has to be in the center of the scene. Move this to a collection called house. I can instance that collection. So we have one here. So, and the great thing about this is that these seem to be similar or identical houses. So okay, so we are kind of like blocking out the scene. This one here shouldn't be there because I want to be able to see that. Let's see, what should we add? We should add some power lines. That I'm just going to use this generator that I have created. It's going to be available on my Patreon if you want to get it. It's a good way to create power lines really quickly. Yeah, just uses a curve object for that. So let's add some power lines. Hey, should I convert into 3ds Max or Maya or 3ds? I think you should stay with Blender because well, it depends on what you're going to do, because each application is very good at it's different. It's quite different, but I would recommend Blender because it has a very large community. If you are, what exactly do you want to do with to use 3D applications for, Kuma? Because that can give you a better answer. If you're going for ArcViz, 3ds Max is usually what is used most. If you're going for motion graphics, then that is Cinema 4D. Maya is usually for animation. Your work is cool and inspiring for me. I am excited to learn from you. Streams. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Which is the best software for simulation? That would be Houdini. Okay, so let's add some clouds. I think that, and basically the clouds system I'm using is just a fake cloud. Oh, we are trying to recreate this image here. That's what we are doing. Yeah, this is just an image of a cloud that I'm using for the sky. It's a nice way at fake the sky. And we can also change the angle of the sun, or the rotation of the sun. Let's try 25. I just do 3D as a hobby that I love to do, and I want to learn for future use, because in the future won't be as many jobs. Well, the great thing about these applications is that they are almost identical, and the knowledge you have in Blender is usually transferable, so it's not something you should worry too much about. Especially in the beginning, you can just learn Blender because it's free. You don't have to really invest a lot of money into it, and has one of the fastest growing community, and a lot of studios are also adapting Blender, so that's also another thing. Yeah, trying to make this street here, and guess we can create a pavement out of this, and that is just going to be this. I think I can extrude it up just a bit, and then maybe select this edge, bevel it just a bit. I'm going to grab a concrete material and use it for the pavement here. Let's see how that. Something like that. I think I should bring this a bit lower, and you should do the same thing for this side, or maybe now let me first make sure that this is not as reflective as it is. Now for the anime look that we are going for, I think if you add on the freestyle, let me first the problem is the freestyle feature is not real time. You have to render first, so I'm reducing the dimensions to by 50%, 20%, so that we can see the wire, how this renders. Best ray tracing rendering software. Yeah, I think that would be, in my opinion, that would be V-Ray, and yeah, I think V-Ray for architecture. Again, even with render engines, you still, yeah, even with render engines, some are better for other things than others, so you also have to do quite a lot of testing. And yeah, so I think, yeah, the wire render is working a bit here, so we just have to increase the thickness a bit. Is this a restream? No, it is not. You bro, I see, getting blessed. Thank you. Okay, so yeah. Okay, let me see. Oh, you mean the views? Yeah, sometimes YouTube is very generous, especially if I don't stream for a while. They do push out the stream a little bit more. Okay, so let's see. We can make the building more detailed. So let me first pause the render. I'll go to the house and start creating materials for the roof. Hey, thank you for subscribing, Vivek Sahu. Really appreciate it. I really appreciate it. Hello, learning tree. Okay, so let's do what? We are trying to add a material to the roof. I'm going to use my texture folders. Let me go to my Grunge maps. Grunge. Okay, I have these grunges. Let me import this image. Okay, looks like that. We're going to use it to create the roof. So I'm going to add a color ramp. Color ramp. Where is that? I should be in convert. Okay. Where am I from? I'm from Uganda. That's in East Africa. In East Africa. How about you guys? Where are you from? Have a question. How will you get it to look cartoony? Well, there is the freestyle shader. A combination of freestyle shading and some shading tricks can really help. And I'm going to show you how to do that in a bit. Let me first get the roof to look. Okay. And I also want to use this as the roughness. I don't want it to be too rough, so let's add a math node. Yes, from Africa. Anyway, let's see. Let me make this a bit and this. Okay, so this is our roof material, and you can see it has been applied to all the roofs because we're using the same roof. And here we need to grab this, rotate 90 degrees for thank you OpathaTube for subscribing. Really appreciate that. Is the anime look actually possible? Yeah, I think it is. I think it is. Thank you, the God King. I really appreciate the love. Thank you guys. Really appreciate that. Okay, and okay, now we can let me actually apply this array. We can make a knife cut using the knife tool. Bro, watch you how to make an ice tutorial and found it really helpful. Thank you for it. I'm glad you found it useful. That's why I do them, so they can help you out as well. Yeah, and thanks for the feedback. Yeah, guys, if you have any other stuff you want to learn, you can let me know, and I'll try to, and I'll see if I can teach them. I'm trying to cut this out, so let me see if I just use trying to use a knife tool to cut from there to there, but it's only adding 2 cuts. Anyway, we can just do a boolean. You can use a boolean object to cut off that area. So I can do a face boolean cut, and that should cut that part. Bring this here, face, and actually let me just add this to quick favorite so I can access it from there. Add another cube. Hey, thank you ZC Mofolas Cleon. Sorry if I'm butchering your name, but thank you for subscribing. We're also going to make a cut around there. Yo, thank you, Johan Willard, for subscribing. Really appreciate that. Yeah, I really love those notification bells. Okay, let's see. Okay, so now we have this roof. I guess I can reuse it here. It should be the same thing. Doesn't seem to be. Should be the same thing used here. Anyway, to solve that, I can just use a mirror object. Is bisect on. Let me use a cube. Use this as the object. Rotate this and rotate this 90 degrees. Rotate this 45 degrees, and I can simply, and now we have, thank you ST Scammer for subscribing. I think this detail also has to be on this side. Let me just you can be as detailed as you want, but I think for the roof, that's how much detail we are going to have. Now let's create a texture for the wall. for the wall. So we want to go for that anime look, and the best way to do this is by using some kind of gradient. Let's first create these lines. For those, let's just use texture, gradient texture. Okay, we can just use an input texture coordinates and use a separate XY for the object. Yes, for the object, and we want the Z gradient like that. Let me make sure that the origin is at the bottom for this object. Origin set to 3D cursor like that. Now what I'm going to do is use a math node to repeat, because we're trying to create these I don't know, planks. We can use a modulus that will kind of repeat the gradient a few times, and if we reduce this, basically create that. And the speed you work in is amazing. When I try to create a render, it takes days. You just get used to it. Hey, thank you, Christos Kogzilas. Thank you for subscribing. What else do you do other than YouTube? Well, I'm a programmer, but mostly now I'm kind of focused on YouTube mostly. So even in programming, I'm mostly within Blender, creating add-ons and stuff. Let me use a convert math node here. I want the lines which we can use greater than. That should give us those lines, those plank lines, like that. We can blend them with the gradient. So we have something like that. Now we can color this in a way that, actually, before we do that, to get the same look they have here, we can grab a few faces like this. Hey, thank you, Kuma. Again, don't forget me when you reach 100k subs. I will never forget you, man. I think you are one of the few people who have been around since I started streaming. So thank you, and I appreciate that, and I appreciate the donation as well. This is not Twitch. No, it is not. Do you need to pay to sub? To sub what? I think I'm forgetting. Hey, yeah, thank you again for the donation, Kuma. Make the camera a bit to the left. Yeah, I think let's first do the materials, and then we can come back to that a bit. Yeah, so I want to create, if you look closely, each of these buildings, one thing I noticed about anime is that they always have gradients everywhere. As you can see here, there's a gradient there that helps to get that anime look. So we're going to do this for each of these walls. So I'm going to create a texture, gradient texture, to mimic the same thing, but this time we're going to be using UV coordinates. So I can use a UV map for the UV here, like that. Now I'm going to select this face, unwrap it. You can see we have a left to right gradient. We want it to be top to bottom. Mirror this on the Y. Mirror this on the Y. Rotate 180 degrees, and you can see we have a gradient there. You can also do this for this face. Should be top to bottom. Yeah, thank you, Gamer, Extreme Gamer, for subscribing. Really appreciate that. Do you produce music? No, I don't. But I like to play around with Fruity Loops, so that's why I have it. Okay, I think this we can have a top down gradient as well, like that. So you can already see what I'm talking about here. don't forget me, but I do not have money to donate. No, you don't have to donate. Just being here is enough. It's really amazing that you put in the time to join me, man. It's okay. Thank you, Bernard Habok, for subscribing as well. Really appreciate it. Show your face. Yeah, I have shown my face. It just takes too much time to prepare the camera, so that's why I don't do it as much, and it doesn't really add much. I don't know. Okay, so you can see how this already looks. We can also do it, but I think we can first use this. So the gradient, we need to mix this with, maybe we can mix it with this texture. So let's import that. Glad to see you grow. Thank you. I think the channel would be further if we weren't having these issues. If I didn't have internet issues, my channel would be even far from here, because their streams have gotten over 100 viewers. So it's not really that difficult. The problem has always been my internet. When it becomes an issue, YouTube just stops sending in viewers. But yeah, glad today it hasn't been an issue. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to use this for the reflection. For the reflection, and also use it as the bump. So vector bump. But I want this to be really a slight bump, and then we can thank you Shamoun Islam for subscribing. Really appreciate it. I'm gonna reach 100k today. That would be amazing but there is no way that could happen. Anyway, so we want the lines we have just drawn to also be included in the bumps, and I think you can see them. We just should set this to multiply. Okay, and we can also use them in the color. So I can use we can have this here. We can do a mix RGB with the gradient mixed in. Something like that. You don't want to have a lot of bump. How much money you make with YouTube? That's something I try to just keep to myself for now. But I think I'll do a video one more time, maybe in the future. Yeah, Herisarius, you here? Glad to see you. You should upload time-lapse videos that will give you more recognition. Will also give you casual audience as well. Yeah, I get lazy, but I should be doing that. I should be doing that already. Thank you for the suggestion. Love your streams. Thank you. Okay, here we are at this, and I think we can also give this the same material and the roof. Actually, let me just do a projection from view, so we can also get the gradient Now we just need windows. Now we're not going to create the windows from scratch. We already have a lot of windows we have made from previous videos. So, and windows are very simple. So we shouldn't remake them. I'm wondering which window I should use here. I guess we can just go with this one. And also just going to extrude this and just give this a different material to make it easy to see through. Sign. Okay, now let's just cut out an area for this window. Let's see how this looks. Okay, there's also a window here. So why don't you sell renders as NFTs? Well, because NFTs are not really as easy to sell as it seems at first. You have to put in quite a lot of work, and I can put in that work, but I just have quite a lot going on. Don't really have the time, and they're not as popular as they used to be, I think. So there is also that. I think we need to have, okay, now we're using cycles for this, so it doesn't matter. We need this as well. I'm just going to reuse this. I think this window should be a bit smaller and up there. Tilt the camera a little to the left, like the reference. Okay, so a little to the left, you mean, okay. Let me first do this. In like that. Yeah, think, okay, this is a 2-story building, though ours looks like a single story building. Anyway, let's make sure that these windows are also in the house collection. Just try to improve the street details. Let's create some bushes. I think a bush. I have a few bush items that we can use, plants and stuff. Just let's see, what do I want? We have these trees we made from a previous live stream. Let me see if they could work for this. We're trying to create some anime bush. Wondering why is because the shader to RGB doesn't work in cycles, I think. Anyway, let's see. Let's see what other details can we add in. Let's add a mountain in the back there, and maybe add some fake trees to it. So I'm just going to grab a plane. Hey Monoto, thank you for subscribing. And the house are too small, or the houses are too small. Yeah, I think so. I think you're right about that. So let's scale them up. Okay, maybe, yeah, I think around there. So there's supposed to be a road somewhere here, so we can add that later. Which software is mostly used in 3D for lighting? I think people usually light with the 3D application they are using already, because they're already good for that. They can already handle that easily. Camera focal length should be wider. I think I'm already using a wider, maybe 20. Yeah, something like that, maybe. Okay, I was trying to create the mountain in the back, like that. So let's add some displacement. Let's see. So we want some sort of hill. In the distance. Like that. Let's get some grass material. Happy birthday, Omisha. She is my little sister. Hey, happy birthday, Misha. Is it like today? I guess that's why you would ask. Yeah. What age is she making? Grass. Let me use my texture library. Grass. Just apply the grass to this plane. Now we want to create some fake plants that can go to on the hill here, and we only need it where actually we can have another house around here in the back, so it can block some of the details here. So we want some plants here. Hello Starlord, how are you? Blender is your favorite game? I guess me too. Okay, so we want plants here, fake plants. So it seems we're going to need quite a few. I'm going to import, let me see, tree. Do I have any tree? Yeah, a tree maybe like this. Get a new material, import as a texture, and basically we want to use this tree as a background tree, and since it has alpha, okay, like that. And we can add a hair system to this, and we can go to the render object and just select this. And not a wider focal length, a bigger, like a 50mm. You think so? I think we can play with that a bit later. Let's first make sure that we get the most important details out of the way. Okay, so here let's go to viewport, render, object rotation. I'll rotate this. I want the rotation of these to just be facing up directly. Sometimes it can be hard to get the right rotation. Yeah, I think this is good. We can increase the scale, randomize it a bit, and we just want particles only where the camera can see, so like that. Can you recreate Minecraft mobs in Blender next video? Yeah, I think I don't really play Minecraft a lot. So do you mean the zombies, or yeah, it's been a while since I last played Minecraft. So which ones are the mobs? Need to add display, select just where the camera is seeing. So that's where we should have our trees, like that. Which software is most used in 3D light? I think I've answered that. It's mostly the application that is most used, because I don't think people change the 3D application they're using. Let's see how this is looking. I think I like the forest. You see, we just have to push it. I didn't even think this would work out as good at. I think this yeah, looks good. Any mobs and makes suiting environment in them. Yeah, I don't really play Minecraft a lot to know what you mean. Sorry. Anyway, you can add more trees. This is one of the best ways to fake a forest. See? Yeah, the clouds now need to be way back there. And I think our sky is too blue. Another amazing toot, Sorio. Awesome, thank you, Jules Fennec. And what do you think about external texturing software? Oh, like Substance Painter? Yeah, Substance Painter is just way ahead. I use it a lot, actually. Yeah, I think this... let me see, if I reduce the particle count here, how does the forest look? Yeah, I think I like how these trees came out. Let me see if we can use more fake trees. I think we can use these as fake bushes. Best way to fake a forest is to fake a forest. Yeah, true. I think the mountain need to move back a little. Oh, it should move back. Okay, let's see. I'll just grab this one. Maybe add more. I think we can get away with that. Just and let's change the direction of the sun at something like 70. I want it to be directional. Let's see. 180. And now 110. Oh, one. Yeah, let's just stick with this 45 and just bring the elevation up. Yeah, actually, I like that we can see the shadows of the wire. Okay, something like that. And we can also add another road here. Thank you, Don. Thank you for subscribing. Will Maya be stopped in the future by industries as many users use Blender? Well, it's hard to tell because it's also growing as well. It's not just losing users. I think it's going to be very hard to have a winner in the 3D application world. There's always, I think there will always be different applications because they all cater for different audiences. This. I think we can just get away by just doing this. Let's add another. Actually, let me just link modifiers. Come to this. We can use about 50. Thank you, VSNJ. Yeah, so we want have some sort of bush here, fake bush. Let's see how that looks. Yeah, I think it looks good. What external software do you use? I use Substance Painter mostly when I'm trying to do PBR texturing. And what else do I use? I think, yeah, for 3D, yeah, that's mostly it. Substance Painter. Yeah, today the YouTube gods have really blessed us with a larger audience. I think, I thank you, Biju Raju. Thank you. Really appreciate that. Did you try to make anime scene in Gliss Pencil? Well, I'm not very good at using Gliss Pencil, so you know. Okay, I think these ones look good, especially in shadows, but they don't really look good in. Yeah, I think maybe. Yeah, they only look good if they are facing directly the camera. So just make sure that they are always facing the camera. Maybe can make them, yeah, less tall. Let's make a fence, a wall here, because this is like a road. No, I think it won't, because it's the best animation software in my opinion. Yeah, every 3D application I think has an advantage over the others. So like Blender has a bit of everything, and it is the fastest at growth in terms of changing, like adding new features, because they release a new version almost every 6 months or something with new features. So it has that going for it. It has a bit of sculpting. It has a bit of good animation tools. So if you want a tool that that can do a lot, Blender is going to be the best option. But if you want simulation, procedure stuff, Houdini then is the best option. But also Blender now has geometry node, so it has that part as well. But it's not as good as Houdini. But yeah, like I said, if you want a bit of everything, Blender is going to be the best option for you. If you want motion graphics, animation especially, that's going to be Cinema 4D. ArcViz is going to be 3ds Max. So each application has something going on for it. For light surface environment, what do you think about the upcoming World Creator 3 and World Creator? Yeah, I think, yeah, when it comes to world generation, I've seen World Creator, and yeah, it's a very powerful tool. So yeah, it's great that you don't have to set up everything yourself. So for example, you can do exactly what World Creator can do using Houdini, but you need to do a lot of setup, which is not the case for World Creator, since it's a dedicated tool for that. So you just dive in and do what you want to do. You also love making anime scenes. Nice. Have you done any that you can share? Is World Creator I'm not sure what Outsea software is. Okay, we also need a fence here. We have done some. You can share them on Discord. Maybe we can have a look at them if you don't mind. Only added one song to the playlist. Okay. If this is the same material, I'll have to share it with you. Nice. You can share it in my Discord. Just use !_ Discord to get the Discord server. I want the concrete to be a bit darker, maybe. This to be a bit darker, so let's add let's use concrete for these. Any website you can suggest for free textures? There is textures.com has some free textures. There is cc0textures.com. Yeah, just search for free textures. There's a lot of websites. Bro, have about 2 to 4 months of Blender experience. Do you have any suggestion on what I should make next? But keep in mind, I have a really bad PC. Well, you can. Well, here's something you can try. You just try testing the limits of your PC. Just try testing the limits of your PC. I think. Yeah, I want to add some shadows, some cloud shadows, and see what. Try to make the harder stuff, and when your PC breaks, try something lighter, until you get an idea of how powerful is your PC. Yeah, I want to have shadows. Especially for the forest. Make low poly art. Yeah, that's something you can do as well. Try out and see. Maybe by the time you get a new PC, you'll become a god. You'll have become a god in low poly modeling. Let's add some volumetric fog here. Hey, thank you, Mahesh Jain, for subscribing. What light do you use? Light for what? I'm using the sun for this. A sky texture. Not the sun, actually. Let's add. I have a billboard generator. I guess I can use it here as well. Billboard generator. What GPU do you have currently? Game player. Yeah, that's a good question. Like, yeah. So this is my billboard generator. I can change the height, the width, quite a lot of things. I like that. So let me just copy it. That has lights on, and let me just maybe I can have it here. Should be taller. And let me go to the board texture. You can recreate Minecraft. Yeah, you can do that. Recreate my Minecraft mobs. Okay, I think this is a bug. In Blender, for some reason, the textures seem like they have been moved. Well, this is exactly what I'm talking about. I'm not sure why this is not rendering in Eevee. I think this is a bug. Anyway, now I think I can change this to a more rusted material. Something like this. Actually, you can go to the Billboard. Change the metal material to the rust. Or we can just leave it to this. No, Billboard generator is not an add-on. It's a procedural object for that I made in using geometry nodes. Okay. These also need a material. I think I need to set that up in geometry nodes here, since I haven't set it. Let me set material. And let me just use wood. Yeah, like that. For now, this is... Yeah, I'm just going to use that. And I just use object mapping. Okay. Then I just crashed on me. That is okay. I guess I should save a backup copy before the entire thing just corrupts. You are doing a Coke sponsorship, but not use. Come on. Yeah, it takes work to create your own textures, so that's why I don't have my own billboard. Blender crashing that we can live with. The internet, however, yeah, that would suck. And I think it's stable now. Seems like they have fixed the issue. Knock on wood. Hope it doesn't crash. Because yeah, by now it would have crashed already. Anyway, so what do we need? Let's go to. Let me use my quick. Getting my quick functions just to play with the colors a bit. see. It has that bluish tint and has some contrast. Also we need to add more windows. This house should have been closer. Yeah, should be closer. Not should have been. Remember this time you said Blender is my wife, because it sounds weird telling my wife. My wife crashed on me. Yeah. Yeah, I'm kind of married to Blender, I guess. And it's not weird for your wife to have a crush on you, man. You would hope she does. You'd hope your wife have a crush on you, man. So I guess Blender crashing on me is a good thing. Then. The scene looks good. Thank you. I think it's getting there slowly. I also have this other add-on. Yeah, making a lot of add-ons nowadays. Especially since my internet was down, I went in and did some trees. Made some trees. So let's see how those look. Yes, going to add them in different areas. I also have these really tall, okay, not these. Yeah, these are supposed to be really tall trees. Maybe, let me see if they can work in this scene. Not sure what type of tree they would be, but they just look amazing, I think. My wife, yeah, she always comes back, which is, I think, amazing. Even when she crashes, she always comes back. Yeah, I think these trees do add something to the scene. Maybe we can make them follow the street. Okay, maybe not too close to the street because they're too large for that. Just have them. Can you give some tips for modeling in Blender for beginners? Just watch a bunch of tutorials. No single tip is going to be very useful. Just watch a lot of tutorials and the time lapses. Time lapses are very great to give you an idea of how others are working. So they'll always spark your mind. Let me go back to quick. Let me see. Without the colors. Looks too warm. I like how the light here is very warm. So let me see if we can get away with adding. Okay, this is too bright. I want to add a sun. Let me see. Can a sun add any impact here? Let's try an area light. Just for this area here. Make things a little bit warm. Yeah, I've watched a number of time lapses, but I was unable to understand what the instructor was doing. Yeah, I guess maybe you are. How long have you been using Blender? Because as you go along in your journey of learning Blender, you start to learn a lot more from time lapses than actual tutorials, because you see different tricks that would be very harder to demo in a tutorial. I guess, yeah, you usually see some tricks that you never see people talk about in tutorials. Let's get some cars. These are going to have to be low poly cars because no, we have the transportation add-on. But this is an amazing add-on. The transportation add-on is an amazing add-on for adding cars. I think I have an affiliate link. So if you want to, my chat is on the other screen, so I won't be able to add that. Adding stuff like cars. I'm seeing something like a bus, so let's use a bus. A bus. Don't end stream soon. Sure, I think I'm still enjoying talking to you guys, so yeah, I'm still around. And maybe a taxi somewhere. You have been practicing Blender for 2 months. Yes, okay. So 2 months is not enough for you to learn a lot from time lapses. So just watch just regular tutorials. You should learn a few things from them. Yeah, what have you made so far? I don't like how this taxi looks. Do you know Maya software? No, I've not tried out Maya. There's just too many 3D applications out there. Add traffic. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to add here. But I don't want... the issue with these cars, they look super realistic, so... I think I have a stop sign, so let's add a stop sign. Pause for a bit. That red car is a Suzuki Jimmy. Love that old car. Oh, this. Oh, yeah, this one. I think I've. They used to be around. I no longer see them that much. I guess because it's a very old car. Yeah. I also remember that one. Let's start adding some street elements. Adding street signs always work. True, I think so. Yeah, you're right. Just populating the street. Add some street lights. Do you ever use FSpy? Not really. Not really. I just like jumping in and working. I don't really care to match the scene to the perspective of the reference. I don't want to do exactly what I see in the reference. I just want to have some freedom of some artistic freedom. Speed limit is 30, should be 130. Why? Why do you want to kill people, man? Why do I even have a speed limit sign? Let's add a door to this building here. A fake door. Doesn't... door. Yeah, something like this. Actually, I can go to the original house. Just add that. Just add this here. First isolate. Okay. Yes, we can also add some detail to this. And we can also add the same. I challenge you to recreate a seed metro feature piece, just like you did with anime still images one day. Let me see what that is. I don't think I know who that is. Let this render as I'm searching for that. It's saying seed mid retro. This can even Blender do this style of look. Super saturated. A lot of heavy lines. Show my results. Yeah, I'm trying to look at the style you're saying. I don't even think Blender can do this kind of style. It's a really difficult style, and you have to do a lot of heavy compositing. Yeah, I'm not sure about that one, man. That looks like quite a big challenge. Yeah, I would love to do this suggestion, but looks way difficult. And, hello, the gaming studio. How are you? Glad to see you joining us. Let me see. Without, I think definitely need the atmospheric people, the fog. So, do we need it in the sky? I need the sky to be as blue as it looks there, so so good. Yeah. Yeah, I've gotten to a level where I can see something that I can do and something that I would struggle with quite easily, and that, yeah, I would be embarrassing myself here. Looking good. Thank you. Yeah, I'm not sure about this sign. Let's keep things a little bit more empty, more, yeah. We can add some street markings. I'm just going to fake those lines instead of adding them as textures. Your scene looks next gen. GTA. Yeah. Does it? Because GTA has, let me see. Or like high detailed GTA 5. Yeah, I guess it does. It has that vibe. Oh, let's add our signature cut. Almost forgot about that. Let's see if we bring the sun a bit down. Let me overexpose and then just use quick functions add-on to bring the exposure down. Oh, I see how they got that look. So if you have the strength of the sun really low, and just overexpose, I think I like that look. You just balance it a bit. We need all this to be high contrast really brings the image to life. Yeah, and I think if you bring the strength of the sun down and just overexpose and bring the gamma down, you create a high contrasted image with some really bright spots, which I think looks amazing. Let me see if I move. That's also not too bad. Just play with the colors a bit here. Before, after, before. Yeah, I'm not really sure which one I like most. Guess just have to. One thing I would love is if we added some bloom. So let's do that. We're using cycles, so we have to add the bloom in compositing. So let's go to the compositor. I'm going to reduce the render to 25%. Let's go to the compositor. I can't find that for some reason. Compositor. Yeah. Here. To the drawing, just look great compared to 3D, vibrant colors. And yeah, that's true. That's true. I love a nice 2D drawing. Just bring the camera up a bit. Okay. Add a backdrop and render this and see. I also added the freestyle option. It may take a bit longer to. Oh, one thing I forgot. Let me just set the time we should render this. So where is my render settings? Samples. Let's render for 30 seconds. It should be enough to the noise and yeah, render. Can you tell me how can I learn texturing in Blender? Yeah, it's really about tutorials. Just watch a lot of tutorials. You will get there faster than trying to teach yourself. Yes. System is out of memory. Huh. Maybe let's use a GPU, CPU. No modeling, I know UV unwraps, but texturing I don't, cause I'm afraid of nodes. Everyone started like you, man. You just have to jump in and yeah, I can assure you if you watch 2 or 3 tutorials about nodes, it's a good idea. You'll be better off than where you are. Okay, let's look at how this is going to render and try to play with the compositor, see what we can do to make it look. Okay. Has it seems to be done rendering, though. Yeah, you can see the lines now. Let's see what we can do. The first thing I want to do is add some bloom, and that's under filter, glare. Let me get a viewer node here, output viewer. Is it possible to add sky animation to just clouds moving the sky slowly? Yes, you can just scale up the sky, the texture, the cloud texture. Okay, where? Why am I not seeing this? Oh, I think. Let's see, am I doing something wrong? Because I should be seeing the viewer working here. I'm not sure. Oh, I hope it's not re-rendering the entire thing. This is the issue with compositing a live stream. There has to be a lot of rendering. and I'm not going to wait for that. So let me see how this, yeah, so prepare for my PC to crash anytime soon because I'm going to switch to Eevee, and it has to compile a lot of textures. So if if the stream just crashes abruptly, just know that I was switching. This time it's not my internet. I was just switching from Cycles to Eevee. So fingers crossed it doesn't crash. Let's see. Okay, seems to be, at least the stream hasn't crashed yet. That yeah, it's taking its time. Let me see my CPU usage. %91 memory. That's a lot. Yeah, so 100% PCB usage, 95 for that. Okay. Okay, seems to be fine. And actually, we can see the gradients even better in Eevee than Cycles. So that's, I guess, a plus. Let's just wait a little bit more for the other shaders to compile. We need to remove the sky texture now. I'll switch it to a different sky textures that Eevee supports. But I'm still compiling shaders, so let's wait a little bit. Okay, we need to change this to pre-thumb. Yeah, it lives, but we are still not out of the danger zone because it's still compiling, but I guess what is left is not that bad. And we can turn on ambient occlusion, guess, and bloom. Let me see what is okay. I think it's still compiling the shaders for this class here. This should be a sun, a sun. Yeah, if you're wondering how it will look in Eevee, so Eevee is much heavier than Cycles. That's a tricky question. So Eevee is takes a lot of time to set up things other than Cycles, but when it gets started, it's then real time. So Cycles just works instantly. If you hit render button, it doesn't take that much to start rendering than Eevee. Anyway, let's go back to Cycles. I think Cycles looked better. Now, I think I'm going to end the stream here. I'm not seeing I don't think we are going to add anything else to this. So thank you for being around. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you in the next video. Let me, this is supposed to be a spotlight, an area light. Oh.